Happy summer and welcome to this Friday's episode of Sports Corner. I'm Cole Young, and while the middle of the summer is always one of the slower times in sports, we still have a good amount to discuss, so I'll get right to it. Since June 30th, one of the most prestigious tournaments in sports has been underway. The 2025 Wimbledon Championship at the All England Lawn Tennis and Croquet Club in Wimbledon, London has been as exciting as ever. For the men's singles, 10th-ranked American Ben Shelton made his way through the bracket, reaching the quarterfinal round to earn a matchup with arguably the best tennis player in the world at the moment, number 1 ranked Jannik Sinner. But even with an injured right elbow, Sinner defeated Shelton to earn a second appearance in the Wimbledon semifinals, where he will play Novak Djokovic for a spot in the championship match, and that round began this morning at 7:30 a.m. The other American, number 5 ranked Taylor Fritz, now has a chance to reach his first ever final at the All England Club as he made it all the way to the semifinal round. However, in his way stands two-time defending champion Carlos Alcaraz of Spain, the number 2 player in this tournament. That semifinal round match began today at 5:30 a.m., so it will most likely be over by the time this show airs, although some matches have gone as long as 6 hours. The championship match will be on Sunday at 6 a.m. to see who will be crowned the 2025 men's Wimbledon champion. On the women's side of the bracket, 23-year-old American underdog Amanda Anisimova, the number 13 ranked player in this tournament, has breezed her way through the tournament, earning a spot in the semifinal match. This is her first major semifinal appearance in 6 years, when she became the youngest player ever to reach the semifinal round of a major event. However, the path to her first ever championship appearance was not an easy one. Top-ranked Aryna Sabalenka entered this tournament fresh off her shocking loss in the final round of the French Open to American Coco Gauff. This highly anticipated semifinal match between Anisimova and Sabalenka took place yesterday. The American Amanda Anisimova shocked the world and upset Sabalenka, moving on to the championship round for the first time in her career. The championship match for the women's singles will be on Monday at 6 a.m. Don't miss out on any of the tennis action this weekend, as one of the best tournaments in sports comes to a close. The MLB season is just about halfway over as we approach the All-Star break. The Dodgers are still the best team in baseball, to be perfectly honest. However, earlier last week, one of the all-time Giants greats made history. With 2 outs in the bottom of the 6th inning, pitcher Clayton Kershaw delivered his 100th pitch of the night to Chicago White Sox hitter Vinny Capra. A backdoor slider caught Capra looking for a strikeout, marking Kershaw's 3,000th career strikeout, just the 20th person in history to reach that milestone. Dodgers fans greeted him with a standing ovation that lasted 6 minutes, and to make the moment even sweeter, Freddie Freeman won the game for the Dodgers with a walk-off single that capped a 3-run 9th inning. Kershaw is already a World Series champion, 3-time Cy Young winner, NL MVP, 10-time All-Star, and so much more. Now, he's just the 4th left-hander to reach 3,000 strikeouts, joining Randy Johnson, Steve Carlton, and CC Sabathia. To make the stat even more unbelievable, Kershaw is now the only pitcher in history to throw 3,000 strikeouts with an ERA below 2.52. We truly have witnessed one of the greatest pitching careers in history over the last 17 seasons. This weekend marks the beginning of the MLB All-Star Week. The Home Run Derby, arguably the most exciting part of the weekend, will be on Monday at 5 p.m. As of Wednesday, the final 2 spots have yet to be announced, but here are the other 6. Ronald Acuna Jr., Byron Buxton, Junior Caminero, O'Neal Cruz, Cal Raleigh, and James Wood. And here are the lists of the MLB All-Star Game rosters. That game will begin at 4 p.m. on Tuesday, and after the week is over, the MLB regular season will head back to its regular schedule. Earlier this week, the United States dealt with a heartbreaking loss. Mexico defeated the United States men's national team by a score of 2-1 on Sunday to win the nation's 10th CONCACAF Gold Cup trophy as champions of North America, Central America, and the Caribbean. In front of a crowd of over 70,000 people, the U.S. got on the board early as Chris Richards scored the game's first goal just 4 minutes into the match to give the USA an instant advantage. However, after that, it was all Mexico. Mexico had nearly double the time of possession of the Americans. Raúl Jiménez tied the match 1-1 after his goal in the 27th minute. Then Johan Vázquez and Edson Alvarez combined for a goal to give Mexico a 2-1 lead in the 77th minute. The U.S. came incredibly close to tying the match in stoppage time, but Mexico was able to hold on to secure a second consecutive victory in this tournament. Mexico now extends its CONCACAF leading tally to 10 Gold Cup crowns all time, 3 more than U.S. MNT's second place total of 7. Now, both teams will turn their attention to the World Cup, which will take place across North America next summer. There was some shocking drama in the world of Formula One racing earlier this week. Red Bull abruptly fired longtime team principal Christian Horner on Wednesday, ending a 20-year stint that included 8 driver Formula One championships and 6 constructors titles. With all that recent success, Red Bull driver Max Verstappen sits in 3rd place in the driver standings, and Red Bull is in 4th place in the constructors standings. While that seems pretty good from the outside looking in, apparently it's not up to the standard of Red Bull. It'll be very interesting to see Red Bull's next moves and how the team performs without Horner moving forward. The next race will be the Belgian Grand Prix on July 27th. Lastly, if you're like me and are missing football this time of year, one of the best Netflix shows is back. Quarterback, the documentary series that follows the NFL quarterbacks throughout their respective seasons on and off the field, is back. This season follows Detroit Lions' Jared Goff, Joe Burrow of the Cincinnati Bengals, and back again by popular demand, Kirk Cousins of the Atlanta Falcons. This show is a very interesting look about all the intricacies of being a top-tier NFL quarterback, like I said, both on and off the field. With all of that said, enjoy another beautiful summer weekend and tune in to as many sports throughout the week as possible. Be sure to come back next Friday for more news, updates, and highlights from all across the sports world. I'm Cole Young. Have a great weekend. I'll see you next time.